Hi everyone and welcome. My name is Dawn of Embracing Dawn and this is a timeless romance read for Sagittarius. So we're going to get started with a couple of cards that are going to speak to your energy coming into this and the who you're asking about and their energy coming into this. And then we'll draw some tarot for each of you and then some combined energy to see how this is all going to come together. So it might be that you're in union and, this will speak to the relationship, or it could be that you are not in union with anyone and this will speak to that, or it could be complicated. So let's draw a couple of cards to focus and then we'll draw some tarot. Okay. So on one side, the energy is surrendering your need to always be right. Give others the gift of letting them be right. Be yielding, not rigid. This will help resolve conflict and improve your relationships. All right, so this is a little bit about surrendering control. So the energy on this side, maybe it's been, you've wanted to control things. This person has wanted to navigate and be the one that's right and assert themselves in that way, and this message is to see other perspectives a little more softly, to not have maybe such hard boundaries around certain situations. That's the lesson sort of here. And let's see what's brought you to that place where this is what you're working through. We'll get there. This side is surrendering to prayer. So give yourself over completely to prayer. When you pray from your heart, you'll be heard throughout the universe and answers and support will arrive. So this is all about connecting to source. Regardless of what your view is in terms of religion or spirituality, prayer is always about your connection to your source, right? And that's speaking directly to your higher self, and our God source, however that represents to you. So this is about calling in your spiritual team. And the energy on this side is that it's time for this person to not be so isolated, to not be so singular, in their focus, and they're disconnected somewhat. So it's time to get reconnected and get support from the universe as well. All right, so let's draw some tarot to pull on the energy on this side, and then we'll draw some tarot to pull and clarify what's going on with the other. So we have 4 cards that have popped up already. This romance deck really is wanting to be heard because the cards just pop right through quite often. All right, so let's draw the last 2. Okay, so we'll get started here. So coming right out, there's a lot of passion here, within this person and the energy of the always being right. There's a lot of passion here. We've got the Ace of Roses, which is fire energy, which is your energy. Then we've got the King of Wings here, which is air energy, and that's the professional. So the King of Wings would be the King of Swords. That's that intellectual mind, very focused, very serious, and if this is representing your energy with this card as your key card here of focus, then you've been displaying this King of Wings energy perhaps, where you've been very focused, very driven, serious, controlling, everything has got to be just so. And on top of that, we've got the Chariot, which is about determination. So this is also about your direction and controlling your direction with the Chariot. The Chariot is fast moving. That's where things make progress and integration. There's movement, right? So you've been really working hard towards getting something going if this is your energy, but the energy of this side, this person's been working really hard to get things going, and they've had this king energy with the King of Wings, where it's been very serious, it's been very focused, it's been very rational, of the mind sort of focus, and the passion has been going towards that. and maybe there's been a little bit of unbendingness, you know, within yourself or within your balance in terms of relationships. Moving forward closer to this common space, we've got the Nine of Gems, which is independence. That would be the Nine of Pentacles, right? So that would be all about, you know, you've got the luxury, you've got the finances and the material comfort, you've got your independence there, right? But we've got Judgment on top of that, which is about gaining perspective. And then we have Temperance, which is patience. So you're in a place on this side. These are major arcana as well. You've got 3 major arcana here, which speak to, you know, a bit more significance in your life than just regular suits in the tarot. So it's time for you to just sit back for a little bit, you know, and it's time for you to gain some perspective around this whole energy that's going on here with this having to be right and not being particularly bending or being willing to see things from a different perspective. This is really time for you. You've done a lot of hard work in the recent past coming into this space. You know, you've got to, the cards are saying, it's time to relax a little bit. You know, you're in a good space financially, materially, materialistically. You're in a good space for, you know, the King of Wings energy. It's now time to get some balance. And with Temperance and Judgment, you know, a judgment is going to be made here about this situation and about this connection. And it's time for you to sit back, and Temperance is about finding that balance again. That's about being reasonable. That's about being, you know, moderation, sensible, that kind of thing. So it may be time for that. So we'll draw for this side. Nothing popped out, so we'll see whose energy this might represent. Got a lot of water coming up. Well, you've got something from everything. More water than anything, so maybe Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. But you do have some major arcana in here as well, and some court cards. So the energy of this side with this connection to prayer. So this person is disconnected either to their higher self or to their source energy, or, you know, to perhaps they had a relationship with God on their terms in some way, and that has dissipated somewhat. That's not the focus, you know, anymore, and they've been a bit disconnected. Coming in, we've got the Five of Shells right away, which is disappointment. So on this side, this person has been working through some real letdown, some real disappointment somehow within their desire for a connection, or just within life generally. And then we have the Prince of Gems, which is the builder. And this would be the Knight of Pentacles. So this is the cautious, sensible, slow to make progress sort of energy with this prince. And then we've got the Four of Shells on top, which is reevaluation. So this person over here with their energy has definitely been sitting in their emotions. They've definitely come to a place where they've really felt some kind of disappointment. And it could be that they feel like if they're in partnership with someone, their partner has not really been moving or directing themselves or the unit in a sensible way, in a steady, slow, way where everything is measured. Perhaps this person feels like it's been a little bit reckless, maybe, or perhaps in their life personally, if this is not a union that exists already, if you're seeking and single, the energy of this side is this person has taken a step back and they've decided to look at things from a more sensible point of view, because whatever's happened that's caused them to be disconnected has brought about this energetic feel where they need to reassess and reevaluate. All right. So adding into the energy on this side is the Queen of Wings, which is the analyst. So you've got more air energy here. So that's Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. And this is also the Prince of Wings, which is the same. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, because these are court cards. This could represent a physical person. So this person may be an air sign, but the Queen of Wings is the analyst. She's very smart. She's very cool. She's not warm and fuzzy. She cuts through all of the BS. Like, she'll call it, you know, she'll call you out, or he, but it's a very feminine energy. But it's not mushy. Like, there's nothing mushy about this queen. She's smart. She's a great communicator. She cuts through it and she speaks directly. Now we've got the Hanged Man right after that, which is attitude, combined with the Three of Roses, which is opportunity. So this to me is saying this person, you know, although they've come into this place of contemplation because they've had this disappointment, they're now shifting. They've been sitting in this Hanged Man, or they're about to sit. They are sitting in this Hanged Man energy now. And they've got this opportunity is coming forward because you are analyzing things. You are shifting your thinking. You know, this person is sitting with that queen energy in the Hanged Man space. So she's really thinking intellectually. And Three of Roses, that's fire energy. There is opportunity here, you know. There's a beautiful opportunity here, but it needs to be in connection with source. So although the Hanged Man energy is sitting here with the queen and in the intellect, into the mental body, it's also important to connect that. For this person, it's important to bring that connection in inside, into the heart space. So let's see how the energies come together, because this is a bit of a weird read for me, I gotta be honest, you know, because I'm not sensing what's bringing the two of you together, or really where the conflict is. It feels like you're each independently in your own separate spaces, dealing with your own separate stuff, you know? So let's see what brings you together here, this common energy. And we'll draw tarot for that. There we go. Now we've got some that want to talk. Whoops. Okay, good. One sec. Sorry. All right, good. That's much better when things start popping out. Okay, so let's get 3 more for your combined energies, and then we will fill out and flesh out the message. Okay, we'll draw for the rest. Okay. So again, we've got a lot of energy from all over the place here. We've got some air energy. We've got some earth energy. We've got some fire energy here. So, okay, let's take a look. And we have major arcana, which is, you know, always a good thing too. So starting out, we've got the Ten of Wings here, which is difficulties. So both of you are overcoming some personal difficulties. Each of you on this side, you know, it's this work-driven focus where the passion has been directed more towards that external, and it's time to contemplate. It's time to, you know, again, find that balance and make some new judgments around perspective. And then on this side is that disconnect from source, where you know, this person's been disillusioned, they've been disappointed, they've had to go in and reevaluate. And we've got reevaluate, but we also have Hanged Man energy here with the mental body. So this person's really in a space of contemplation, and there may be a bit of a block for them, you know, because the key for the energy of this person is really connecting into their intuitiveness, right? Their source energy. So the Ten of Wings is difficulty. Each of you is overcoming this difficulty here. But we've got the Princess of Gems, which is a lovely energy, because that's the student. That's the thing starting anew. That's the commitment to learning, you know, and it could be the commitment to learning about each other, to relearn about each other if you're in connection. If you're not, then this is a commitment to learning a new way to be, you know, to be with someone and to call in someone. Because we have the Six of Wings here, which is passage. you know, so that's all around, that's all around that moving through something, you know, passing through. And it could be that you're passing through this new space where you're going to each separately, you know, commit to a different way of being. And you might come into this with new, fresh eyes where you see each other as positive mirrors if you're in union. And if you're not, then you're opening up your perspective. Each of you is opening up your perspective, opening up your lens, you know, and trying to see things from a new way, you know. So on this side, you're going to be more flexible, let's say, even if it's internally, you know. At first, be more flexible with at least your thinking and your processing. And then on this side, this is more about coming out of this stuck energy and following your guide, you know, relying on your team, your spiritual team, your angels, your guides, your masters, you know, mentors, that kind of thing. So building on this energy here, we have the King of Roses, which is the motivator. This is the King of Wands, so this would be your energy, Sagittarius. And we've got Hope, the Star. And on top of that, we've got Nine of Roses, which is again fire energy and habits. So this is all about, to me, this energy is really all about bringing in a new balance for each of you separately. And as you bring in that new balance, because that King of Wands, again, you know, that King of Roses energy, that's that very assertive, very business-minded, you know, the motivator he's called. So this could be the one that's taking charge, you know, the seeker in this connection could be the one that's embodying this King of Roses energy. But it's really all about, with the Nine of Roses coming up, and habits and the other cards underneath, really reinforcing that this is new and fresh. And you need to come at it, each of you, from a new and fresh perspective. And when you do that, then you know, that right person will come to you, that right person will call to you. And they could really be any sign, Sagittarius. There is fire energy, so they could also be another fire sign. But we have so many court cards and major arcana in here as well. You know, there's a lot of influence going on right now. And we have Mars that is in retrograde, and it's leaving retrograde soon. And we also just had Mercury come direct as well. So that's shifting the energies right now. And although this is a timeless read, you know, if it is a Mercury just coming out of it's retrograde, you know, that kind of thing, then it could even be more impactful. So let's get some more oracle here. Okay, so on this side we've got disruption. So again, yes, this, you know, this whole perspective, this what's been holding this energy back on this side from opening up is this very strong, you know, career fire focus here, where it's been on more of an intellectual level, a driven level, and it could be coming from a place of love. You know, it could be coming from a place of security, foundation. I'm not suggesting this is for badness at all, but this has been the focus. And this person's gotten themselves into a tunnel, and this is just a disruption, right, in the energy. And coming out of this, you know, you can see that you're definitely, with temperance and judgment and the Nine of Gems here, with this independence, you're definitely coming into this place where your energy is opening up and you're smoothing this disruption in your energy and in your life, right? This is number 3, fertility. Number 3 is beautiful. And you notice, like, you've got the 3 here, right? And you've got the heart center. So this again just affirms that this person is coming into this place where they're connecting in, they're becoming more aligned with their source energy, and that is opening up, like the fertility, like the Empress, right? that is opening things up. That's opening up their perspective. They do have some things that they, definitely have to shift through in order to get to this open space where the two of you come together into something that is really lovely and new, but it is going to, it's an offbeat connection. That's what I can say. That's the word that just keeps coming through, is it's an offbeat connection. It may not, if this is new for you, then it's not going to come from the usual place necessarily, and it's going to, you may even meet someone, through some kind of a self-help space or an improvement space, or, through mentoring, through some kind of a social setting where the focus is on, the emotions and shifting, or not, but that's sort of the feel. So we've pulled Owl here. Your intuition is correct. Follow your inner wisdom without fail. So that's the common message here with this connection, is that you've got this intuitive wisdom, and it's really time to take a look at that. And I just want to review this one more time. So we've got 2 fire and we've got 2 air, along with the Princess of Gems in the major here. So you really could be dealing with air sign, assuming that this fire energy is yours. But this looks like it can be a healing space for you, for whoever this is that's coming into your life. This could be that they're, if this is you, they're helping you to open up to the emotion and open up to just allowing yourself to be a little more free and tune back into your intuition. They're gonna work with you on that. And for you, you're gonna bring them into that intuitive space, that connection to source, because you definitely have that. You've been focused more on this section, if this is you. Now, if this is you, this is all about you getting connected with your source again. This is all about you recognizing, those places for growth and getting out of this hanged man, out of the mental body energy, and dropping back down into that heart space and that intuitive knowing. And that will open things up and, build that bridge where the two of you can meet, or where the two of you can come together with something new. All right, so Sagittarius, this is your timeless romance message. Please click like and subscribe if you could. And remember to live big and shine your light bright. Until next time.